What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Reppin with Gina G, a show where I rep my teams by the bay. And in this episode, I'm repping the San Francisco 49ers. And as you may or may not know, I've been a diehard Niners fan since 1981 and celebrated all 5 Super Bowls in the streets of San Francisco. And of course, praying that we get back to that promised land and hoist that 6th Lombardi in February 2023. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, after depleting the New Orleans Saints in a blowout game last Sunday at home at Levi's, where yours truly had the privilege of watching the game, 18 rows up from the field, and actually I was in damn near shouting distance from the GOAT, Jerry Rice. Yes, the San Francisco 49ers are on a 4-game win streak, and defense is just killing it out there. We are at number 1 status. Yes, number 1, after blowing out the Saints completely. And, previous to that, the second half of the last, 4 opponents. All right. So the Niners are facing a formidable team in the Miami Dolphins here in the Bay. They're first in the AFC East on a 5-game win streak. They got the Cheetah, they got Waddle, they got, of course, Tua. And they've got some running backs from the Niners, yes, who, I don't know. There was, I guess, if you could say, some beef, but maybe it got resolved. I don't know. We shall see. And we're also going to see this teacher versus student matchup. Should be exciting. And also, I'm wondering, could this have Super Bowl implications, like preview type stuff? It's going to be a huge game. And I think it's a statement game for both teams because the Dolphins are facing the number 1 defense, I think, the best defense that they're facing so far this season. So, and for us, of course, the best team I think we're facing, up till now. All right. I've got a great show for you. You're going to you're going to see 3 Miami Dolphins fans going to join us a little bit later after his show. I've got some great people for you, of course. I want you to hit that like button. I want you to subscribe. I want you to share. I want you to comment. And I can't wait to introduce you to who I have. And I see that, let's see, okay. First, starting with, he had me on his show. I met him earlier, about, a few weeks ago. Welcome, Johnny Cruz, the Yankee Finn.
Thank you, Gina. I appreciate you having me on. And yes, shout out to Nick Botkins for having us both on the Botkins show. So I had the pleasure of meeting you there, and I'm grateful to him for that. You know what I'm saying? So got this opportunity to be here with you. Thank you for having me.
Same. Shout out Botkins. Appreciate him for introducing us.
Absolutely.
And next, I have Big E, Ian Berger. He is one of the biggest Miami Dolphins fans out there, and I believe he was Miami Dolphins fan of, the year last year. So welcome to the show, Big E.
Thank you, Gina. I'm so happy to be here. I actually was the 2020 Miami Dolphins fan of the year. Last year, it was Mark Angelo, so I want to give him love and some credit. And this year it is Allie, and we love Adolph Freaky. But I am so happy to be here to talk about this game, the biggest game of the weekend, possibly the biggest game of the year for in the NFL. Actually, it's that big of a deal. So I'm excited to be here.
All right, thank you, and shout out to Allie Dolfreaky. She is one of my new friends and allies. Allie, my ally. We met on TSS Fantasies show on Wednesday for Big Game Wednesday, and we debated and had so much. She's like, your energy matches mine, and I was like, ditto. So she's actually going to join us on the overreaction show. I know you can't make it, Ian, but she's going to be on the overreaction show on Monday, so I can't wait to have her on. And for the viewers, TSS Commissioner Cooper is going to join us later in the night after his show. So thanks you guys for joining. And then without further ado, got to bring in some Niner fans and more. And my regular guest on the show, Rod Cali, also living in the ATL.
What up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight?
What's up, Rod?
What's going on, Rod?
Man? What's going on, everybody? What's up, Big E, Big Johnny?
Chilling.
Gina, how you doing?
Hi, good, Rod.
There we go.
Checking in with the USC as well during the game, which I can't complain. That's your team. Fight on.
Fight on, baby. Let's go. Let's go right now. Woo! Let's go.
Welcoming back to the show, 49er faithful family, Mac the Wise Soul. What up, Mac?
Yo, what up, everybody? How you guys doing tonight?
Wise, what's up, bro?
What up, Mac?
What's up, sir?
I'm chilling. Gina, thanks for having me back again.
Of course.
Johnny, Big E, nice to meet y'all. Johnny,
Nice to meet you,
when the Giants sign Aaron Judge, are we gonna do a show then?
I'm down. I'm down,
okay.
bro.
I mean,
I talk everything, bro. All sports, all teams. It's
That's
all
what's
good,
up.
man. If you get him, hey,
Yeah.
man, props to you for getting him, man. He's not
He's
only is he a
bad.
great player, that's a great human being, man.
That's
He's
we
what's
need
up.
something.
Good dude.
We need
That's
something.
what's up.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
last but not least, my friend Buke, who is a Saints fan and just going to add more spice to this conversation. What's up, Buke?
Man, what's good, everybody? Gina, thanks for having me back. Wise, Rob, my Dolphins fans, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm just happy to be here, man. You know, my team not doing that hot this year, but you guys, I say both of your squads have been playing some good ball, man. I'm just happy to be here, man, and to watch it.
Hey, man, salute to you for having on the Lakers outfit, too, man. I appreciate it.
Gotta represent. Gotta
You
represent,
get a
right?
gold, you get a gold star for the night. You know, so I appreciate that right now.
I'm not gonna salute that part.
I'm dying. Warriors. And shout out to the comment section earlier before we even started. We had some comments to get the party started. Double B, he said woo woo, and
Hey, what up, big
CG
dog?
had to shout me out because he had to go to the movies with his wife, and I appreciate CG. He had me on his stream earlier today, and that was a preview of this coming up game, Niners Dolphins. So great, good going, and now appreciate you, sis, and Miss Deb. What's up? I hope you're feeling better. I know you were under the weather the other day.
How you doing?
And
Hope you're feeling good, Miss Debbie. Get well.
yes.
Yes. Get better.
And I want to get, before we get started, a special shout out to my sis, Crystal Brown, Peachy. You are in our thoughts and prayers. Her father passed away, and we are just sending our thoughts because she, is just
Much love
sisters and out there, faithful family. We always look out for each other. So sending our love.
Amen.
Indeed.
Prayers.
And
Amen.
also, you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and share this podcast. And we got Miami fans with us tonight. It's gonna get so fun and lit and whatever. Come on, let's talk game. All right, so
That's that energy I like with Gina right there. That's that energy. That's that energy right there.
Yeah. So these questions for all new viewers are open to everybody, Miami and Niners. So starting with the Dolphins fans, are you guys as fans scared of the 49ers defense for your own team? Why or why not?
Go ahead, Ian. I'll let you go first on that one, bro.
You know, I will tell you, and let me be very cautious and clear when I say this. There is a lot of respect for the 49ers team as a whole. So what I'm saying tonight is more just observation strategy, but there's a lot of respect for the teams, which I think also the 49ers have respect for the Dolphins. I think that goes to, that starts at the top, right? The coaches, I think, have set that with both of their teams, and I think the fans are kind of following suit. But with that said, so with Miami Dolphins over the last 20 some odd years, we have experienced pretty much mediocrity or worse from a Dolphins fan base. And we have gotten to the months of December and we have seen either significant losses or you get to December and there's nothing to play for. And this year, 2022, is the first year that we feel some level of confidence when you turn that calendar from November to December. And when you look at the reason why everyone is a little more confident, it's because you look at this offense and you see what, Mike McDaniel, Chris Greer, the general manager, have brought into the equation. You look at him, there's nothing more exciting than to see Tua grow in his third year with this new coach. Brian Flores, talked him down, made him lose all of his confidence. And you bring in Mike McDaniel, who I guess last weekend they talked about the fact that one of the first things Mike McDaniel did was he gave him 700 videos of Tua doing good things, 700 plays to say, this is why I love you. This is why you're going to be great. He built him up. He built up his confidence. So on top of that, obviously Tyreek Hill, I don't think anything needs to be said about Tyreek. He's a great talent, right? Jalen Waddle, last year, rookie of the year, and even this year, he's on track to beat 1,000 yards, I think, in a couple. With all that said, I feel confident as a Miami Dolphins fan that our offense can match the level of intensity with the defense of the San Francisco 49ers. So with that said, too, that's why I say I'm not scared. We respect the defense, but I don't think we're scared. That's what I got.
That's exactly what I noted here as far as, I got respect for the talent that's on the defensive side of the ball. You have to on all three levels. You got one of the best pass rushers in football in Bosa. You got the best middle linebacker in Warner. And then I don't want to butcher the kid's name, but that safety is a stud. So I respect the talent that's on the defense, but I ain't ever scared, especially not with this offense and with Mike McDaniel leading the way, with the way he's got Tua's confidence up, and then with those weapons on the outside. I'm not. I ain't scared at all. I'm worried about our offensive line with Teron Armstead being out. So that makes me a little nervous, but I totally expect that Mike McDaniel will come up with a game plan to get the ball out quick to those playmakers. And like I said, I respect the talent over there, but I ain't scared. I think it's going to be a nice battle. It's going to be a good test for the number one ranked defense, to be quite honest. You haven't met an offense like this except for Kansas City. But we haven't obviously faced a defense like this one, except maybe Buffalo.
Yeah.
So Buffalo. It's going to be a lot of fun. I anticipate a really good battle here. But ain't nobody scared.
All right.
Just saying.
Okay.
And one thing I'll add to that real quick too, because you talked about Tua and his quick release. If you think about what Tua had endured the last two seasons,
right.
He basically had to learn how to throw the ball as quick as possible. I think he was actually leading the National Football League last year in getting the ball out of his hands so quickly. And the reason for that, his offensive line was ranked 32nd in allowing pass rush. So they were the worst. You couldn't get any worse than they were the worst last year. And he was still able to get that ball out very quickly for those short passes. So I think he learned from that, and this year he's had more time, but he has grown as a quarterback. He has experienced these types of things in the previous season. So I think you put all that together. If they don't have Teron, he's doubtful. Probably is not going to play. I think he can revert back to some of that experience that he's had before. And also, if you get Tyreek the ball at 5-yard line, 5 yards out, 10 yards out, let him do the rest. We've seen him. He can run faster than anybody else on that field sometimes.
Facts.
So faithful. Buke, what do you guys think?
I'm gonna let the faithful go. The faithful, y'all want me to go? Or?
Now go ahead. Yeah, do your thing.
All right.
Go ahead. Add that spice. Add that spice from New Orleans, bro. Go ahead.
All respect to the faithful. So listen, man. What I gotta say is that defense is definitely crazy. They're gonna be flying around. That front seven is crazy. Shout out to Monty Ward. I found out who he was last week. But this not Andy Dalton y'all going up against, though. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be fair now. You know what I'm saying? I came in with high praise and high expectations for AD last week, but Tua is, to me, he's in pole position to take the MVP right now. You know what I'm saying? So he's first in damn near everything. Yards, completion percentage. I looked at his numbers today. This is gonna be a crazy task. Like y'all was saying, the ball comes out fast, the receivers are fast. It's gonna be crazy, man. I mean, it's gonna be pretty much come down to who can control a line of scrimmage. And I didn't know that Armstead was out. Y'all got Armstead from us. He's decent, you know. He's very athletic, but that's gonna be
Armstead, yeah.
Yeah, Armstead was a Saint. That's gonna be big, you know, because you got Bosa or one of those guys coming off that edge, and that's gonna be an X factor. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be a definite chess match. Definite chess match between McDaniels and D'Amico. And I don't know. I'm kind of giving an edge to the Dolphins right now, even though the Niners beat us last week. I'm gonna get an edge to the Dolphins right now because they hot, man. Scorching. Like, you know what I mean? We were the team coming in inconsistent, you know, and we kind of gave y'all some problems last week, you know what I mean? Without that firepower. And
I gotta ask, is that decision also based because you got a little sour taste in your mouth from last weekend, or is that like a real honest, you know, unbiased, true assessment?
Man, no, it's no sour taste, bro. 100%. Right. Like, there's no sour taste. It's no sour taste at all. But it's gonna come down to whose weak link is gonna be weaker. Obviously, your weak link is compared to your defense. Now, I'm not saying you're a weak team, but compared to your defense, Jimmy G is the weak link. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. And that Dolphins defense, you know what I'm saying? They're not capable of doing what you guys are capable of doing. But to the point I was just making, like, they're facing your weak link. So we don't know if he's going to be able to be consistent or steady, or we don't. He looked a little rattled last week, man. I'm just being honest.
Shout out real quick to Marcus Los Great. What's up, Marcus?
Marcus in the building.
That's Golden Gloves.
That's Golden Gloves right there.
That's Golden Gloves.
Nice.
That's Golden Gloves.
Golden Gloves, Marcus. Salute to you, brother.
So
welcome back.
Cool. Let's see. I'm just thinking, you know, I mean, I don't think they should be scared, but we're number one for a reason. And I think that if they're, I don't know. I just feel like the reason why I keep saying this is a statement game is because if our defense doesn't come out and make that statement first and foremost, you know, it's going to set the tone. So on a coin flip, I mean, do we want the offense control? Do we want to come out and score first? What do you guys think?
I don't think we need to do all that. Like,
okay,
we are who we are. We got a defensive mindset right now.
Yeah.
Should they be afraid? No, they shouldn't be afraid. They got one of the most explosive offenses in football. So, should they be afraid? Of course not.
Okay.
For us, these are the kind of matchups we need to perform in as far as an overall team aspect of it. You know, an explosive offense. We had a matchup earlier this year with Kansas City. To me, they're two different type of explosions. You know, KC's more, you know, down the field, forcing the ball on you. Miami seems to be they'll get it short, but they'll end up down the field. So
yeah, that's 5,000 cuts.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So should they be afraid? No, but I think this is the kind of matchup where D'Amico steps up and gets them on the right track. I think we get Armstead back this week. It's funny, y'all losing Armstead this week. We're getting Armstead back this week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
Huge,
if we can just get to Tua and rattle him a little bit, I mean, I think it's a fair ball game. I think it's going to be a close game. I noticed that when we get in games, I mean, outside of that Kansas City game, when we've matched up with explosive teams in the last few years, we rarely get blown out. We usually keep it close some kind of way. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing, man. They shouldn't be afraid of us. We're not afraid of the speed. You know, it's gonna be Clash of Titans, and I'm excited about it. So,
one last thing, my bad, not to cut you off, Rod. I just want to get this little caveat in. It's gonna come down to the run game, bro. The X factor on your weak link offense, Christian McCaffrey, man, he's gonna have to do damage on the ground. He's gonna have to do damage on the ground. Give that defense some breathing room. Keep two on the sideline and control the clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna come down to, bro. The run game, bro. The run game.
I'm going to interject because this was actually something that I was concerned about, right? And this is something that I was thinking about because Christian McCaffrey is one of the top running backs in the league when he's fully healthy. And I know he's got some sore knees at the moment, but I think he was taken off the injury report today, so he's good to go for Sunday, which is good. But one thing that a lot of people don't realize when you start looking at statistics for the Miami Dolphins, they rank at about 15th when it comes to running yards given up per game. But here's what skews this. We had Justin Fields run 180 yards on us one game. We had Lamar Jackson run about 160 yards on us one game. If you take out the running quarterback's numbers, the Miami Dolphins have actually not given up a 100-yard rusher all season.
Facts.
We had Nick Chubb 2 weeks ago, and we held Nick Chubb. And you know he's a top 5 running back in the NFL right now. Nick Chubb ran for, I think, 60 yards, if I remember correctly. Top 3, exactly.
Yes,
we held him to 60 yards for that game. So
I think I didn't know that.
I think the game plan for the Dolphins is going to be, let's stop Christian McCaffrey and force Garoppolo to win that game and then see what happens there. I think that's probably the way they want to go.
Yep.
Okay.
Shout out to Mariah in the chat. What's up, Mariah?
What up, Mariah?
She's got Faithful Lee podcast.
I think if anything, I think it's going to be one of those games where it's going to be extremely close. I think that we really need to take advantage on third downs. I think the execution on third downs is key. That, I think, is going to tell the biggest portion of the game on both ends, defense as well as offense, because the key is moving the ball to score, but also who is going to stop the opposing team. And that's the biggest thing because everybody's predicting a shootout right now, but we're supposed to be the number one defense. And I don't know that it's going to be a shootout like that, applying that we're also playing in rain. You know what I'm saying? So this is totally different because, yes, granted, Miami does play in the rain and it rains down there in Miami. I agree. But they don't get hit in the rain. The physicality of this game and being on the West Coast, you guys are coming all the way across to us. We are waking up in our own beds. So it's a lot that has to play into the game. Marcus, you don't know what team you really represent.
Marcus, I say no, Marcus.
That's love it.
How things have to be as far as how we play things up. So if we can dictate, take advantage, if we really see if we can really take a hit in the mouth, then we can go from there. As well as Miami. If we can take a hit from them, can we capitalize and make a turnover? Can we create a turnover somewhere within this game? That's going to create something.
Yeah, I agree with that. And to interact with Marcus there, that's probably our weakest spot right now is our secondary because of all the injuries we have. And Byron Jones decided to be MIA this season. But we've got an undrafted free agent rookie who's been playing very well, Kader Kohu. You got X, who's actually healthy now, so that should help out. And Javon Holland is going to be a stud.
Yeah.
But I think the addition of Bradley Chubb has helped the Dolphins kind of be able to change their philosophy on defense, where we're not the zero blitz just coming at you all the time like we were the last couple of years. Now we're able to send 4 with Bradley Chubb, Melvin Ingram, Dalen Phillips and company. So, I mean, the secondary is probably our weakest point, but the front 4 and the front 7 should help that out big time there.
Agreed.
Welcome, Brandon.
What up, Brandon?
What up, Brandon?
Bro, what's the score on that USC game? Because I see I see nothing but side faces.
Oh yeah,
17-10 right now. No, we're up 17-10, but we missed on our opposite. We should be up right now 24-3, really and truly, but we messed up on a possession, so now we're only up 17-10, moving the ball past half field.
Nice.
Yeah, we're not distracted though.
We're not distracted.
We're not distracted though.
We're above. We're ahead. It's just the mere fact that
I honestly just wanted a heads up on the score, man.
Yeah. Hey, moving the ball right now. Trust me, the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, that's fact.
So, 49ers faithful, is it imperative that our offense have an impactful passing game? Like, I know that maybe, I'd like to see what Shanahan brings with, because I have a feeling he might have to get a little bag, right? Like, I'd like to see him do it. I think he might do it only because last game was so kind of like generic against the Saints. But then I just remember what you said too, Rod. You said that it's probably going to rain. I know it was storming here yesterday. Is it going to be any type of passing game? And if not, is it imperative that we do have a passing game?
I think it all comes down to execution. You got to look at the execution, just like USC just did on that play right there. How we execute everything within, we just have to execute a lot of these plays, because at the end of the day, when it comes to open field play, we can't allow we can't allow Miami to do exactly what they've been doing. I'm going off right now, y'all.
Like one of these teams we're playing this weekend.
Going off right now. Excuse me, everybody.
It's all over the map.
Yeah. Like, I'm normally not this thrown off, but I'm also, Fridays aren't normally like this for me. But anyway, we just gotta stick within executing our plays. We also know that when we talk about getting in the bag with Kyle, we're so limited with Jimmy G with that bag, because he's not looking deep for a pass, regardless of any secondary. That's the part that it doesn't even matter. That's the part that I really don't care about, is when I hear defenses and their secondary being hurt. Because I'm like, we don't throw deep.
So it doesn't
we
matter.
Don't take advantages of mismatches. We don't do that.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
So
it's a great point right there.
I don't understand. It's all about how we execute everything. If everybody, as far as the personnel, is in right and properly, and then we can move the ball. Outside of that, it really also comes down to if we can force a turnover. I really think that's key.
Let me ask the Dolphins fans a question. Dolphins fans, as far as secondary, y'all brought secondary up. Do y'all play cover two? Do y'all play man? Like, what is y'all? How do y'all secondary? What do y'all primary run out of?
Go ahead, Johnny.
Well, normally in the past couple of years, it was man, and like I said, the zero blitz. We set the house. Brian Flores was very aggressive that way. But like I said, with Byron Jones not being in there, we haven't been able to play as much man as we would like to play. So I think there's a mixture of man and zone. We're definitely playing a lot more zone than we have the last couple of years. But like I was mentioning earlier, it's with the addition of Bradley Chubb, it's allowing us to play off a little bit, because we can actually rush with just four, which we haven't been able to do the last couple of years. So we had to blitz all the time. But yeah, no, they would love to be able to play man. We just ain't got the manpower right now besides X to play man to man constantly like we normally would. So they mix it up, definitely a lot more than they have the last couple of years. But yeah, there'll be some man. So you'll see X on Debo plenty, I'm sure.
But you know what's what's different though, and I'm glad that you brought up X-Man. Outside of maybe Ramsey, I think, as far as elite corners, we haven't went up against one. So when it comes to that, that's something that we also got to look at too, because we're really going to play against somebody, at least one person within that secondary that you truly have to respect. You know what I'm saying? We can't just overlook it and just go, whatever. It's just such and such. We also got to remember too, Debo is having issues with injuries. Just, you know,
He's got a quad
and-
issue, right? I saw
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not going to be just as simple as, you know, as it may look out there. Routes are going to be cut down differently because of rain and slipping and everything. Traction is going to play a big key. So I agree. Whoever has the best running game, there you go. This is your opportunity. So the blocking, your line really has to see what you're really built about. It's really built within the trenches this weekend.
Oh, that's a scary thought then. That's a scary thought then, to be honest, bro.
Yeah, the other, you know, it's interesting, and I haven't heard this name mentioned yet, but George Kittle. I mean, he's one of the top 3 tight ends in the National Football League.
He's awesome, bro.
But I don't think he has been used as consistently this season as we've seen him be used in prior seasons, right?
Last 2 seasons.
Yeah, exactly. And I know this because I watch all the time on fantasy football, right? And he's not getting as many points as he would normally get in prior seasons.
Sorry, not to cut you off, Ian, but is that a philosophy thing or is that a Jimmy G thing?
That's a Jimmy G thing. Here's the thing with the offense. Everybody talks about the passing game and you know, we don't pass, you know, we're not pass happy or whatever. The problem with that is the routes and the plays are there. Kyle schemes the passing game open. Like every time you go back and watch the film from the prior game, there are opportunities where Jimmy just doesn't pull the trigger down the field. The plays are there. He just doesn't have the confidence to go downfield. So we get a lot of dink and dunk, you know, check down. So Kyle has always had the offense schemed up to where we could go downfield. Jimmy just doesn't feel comfortable pulling the trigger a lot of times. There are games where he'll do it, you know, and he'll be successful, but those are far and few between. You'll know early what kind of game Jimmy's gonna have. If Jimmy's in there, his feet are, you know, not moving around, he don't have the happy feet, Jimmy will make the throws, but you'll know early what kind of game Jimmy's gonna have on the passing side. If his feet start bouncing around, he starts getting happy, who knows how that game's gonna go? Like it could go completely over, but the passing game is there. It's just that we don't never make the throws. So let me not say we. Our quarterback doesn't make the throws. Right?
Let me throw this in there too, Wise. Let me just throw this one thing in there too about Kittle. Kittle is a great blocker, man. He's one of the best blocking tight ends in the league.
So he helps in the run game, then, is what you're saying too. Something too. Yeah, we don't really have
he enjoys it too. He loves like abusing people, man. He's fun to watch.
Kittle's a great blocker.
We still don't utilize him the way that we really could. Like a lot of those play action plays, because we use him so much in the run game, you can throw a lot to him. Because if you watch the all 22s that come out, Kittle is winning his mismatches, his matchups. It's just the mere fact of who we have at the quarterback position, and that's the only part where that frustrates us as Niner fans right now, where I don't know if it's confidence, because if you look at what Tua is doing, that's why I question things. Because is it a confidence thing that Kyle just chooses not to give someone, or is it just the mere fact that McDaniels can walk in and just say, you know what, hold up. Everything that you thought about football, let me teach you the opposite. Because his confidence is crazy right now. Now, granted, it's not like the weapons that he doesn't have isn't great also. You know what I'm saying? That's good to have that type of, weaponry around you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So,
of course,
got to give credit to where it is. So,
but you could be onto something though, in when what you guys are talking about with Jimmy G this season is exactly what we were experiencing last year with Tua. He would sit there, he would look down the field, but he just wouldn't throw it. And you'd be like, why don't you just throw it down the field? You've got the time, your wide receiver's wide open, right? And I almost felt like he was worried that Flores was going to yell at him, or he was going to make him feel like an idiot, or whatever the case was, because now he just feels so confident and comfortable to just sling it down the field. Actually, I think he's number 1 in the NFL right now with passes over 20 yards. And I think he's ahead by 15 or 20 passes. It's some ridiculous number right now. So But it's the confidence is amazing what you can do when you give somebody that confidence. And I used to almost yell at and just say, throw it up there and see what the wide receiver can do. If you don't throw it up there, the defense is not going to want to defend that far back in the field. They're going to keep everything within the 10 to 15 yard range. And then you're giving up most of your game. So that was my thinking last year. Obviously this year's a little bit different, but I can understand exactly what you guys are talking about. And the frustration with it too, because you're like, just throw the darn ball, just get it out of your hands.
We're just hoping that it's just not a one read system with Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at a lot of plays that he's going with, it just looks like one read, and then everybody else is not running hard. I look at Debo run, and they're going for a clear out, and he's just jogging because he knows he's not getting the ball. I just know I got to go down there and block. Is he gonna get the ball or not? When do I need to start doing something? And that's the part where it's like, come on,
I don't think. Sorry,
he's pointing to the moon, still not executing the throw, and it's just.
I was about to say, I think it's that, bro. Not to cut you off, but there's no way that's the offense, bro.
Exactly, that's my whole point.
That's Jimmy G right there.
It's so scary.
And not for nothing, I'm not trying, but bro, you can't even compare Jimmy to Tua, to be totally honest. Just being real.
Today,
talent,
maybe next season, Jimmy's great, but today
ceiling,
you can't.
Yeah. Tua, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a Tua non, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe said it Tua non.
Dude, I mean, bro.
Hilarious.
You guys
like
don't understand.
Artistry?
Like half of our fan base is just insane. This fan base is crazy with you either love or hate the kid, which I don't understand that. I mean, he's the quarterback of the Dolphins. That's all I care about. But I support the kid, and I watched, when they all this tank for Tua, so I watched a lot of Tua that season. I didn't care who we picked, either Tua, Justin Herbert. I just wanted a good quarterback because I liked the way the team was being built. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they went with Tua and, whatever. But the kid has the talent. He just needed the support, and he wasn't getting the support. And you bring this whiz kid down here who, I mean, some of the route combinations and stuff that he's coming up with, I know he's doing his own twist to Kyle's offense, but Kyle's offense, there's a reason why you guys drafted Trey Lance, because you want a better player at quarterback to open up that playbook. So I don't think it's the playbook, man. It's Jimmy G, bro.
I'm expecting
he's the one making the one read, like you said, and then he's scared to go to the second and third progression.
I'm expecting on Sunday because, your Shanahan, McDaniel, they do all the scheming, and there's a lot of pre-snap movement. I think there's going to be a lot of dancing before the snaps on the, whenever you see an offense on the field, you're going to see somebody running a little bit, somebody jogging on the other side, someone going all the way around. It's because, McDaniel learned a lot from what he has from your coach. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. I'm looking forward to this.
And real quick, before people in the chat start going crazy on us, we are not Jimmy G haters. We
gotta be careful with that. You gotta be careful with that.
He's spitting facts, man.
We're just talking about his limitations as a quarterback.
Here it is, right there. There it is.
I want him to be great. Oh, here go Marcus.
Marcus
might have that CTE right now, but we're gonna just not mind him.
What you were saying right now, Mac, if you said that about Tua even last year, you would have been yelled at on Twitter.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It's crazy how divided his fan base is over Tua, man. Like, he is a lightning rod with the Dolphin fans. It's crazy, bro.
But what's interesting with Dolphins fans is all those ones that hated him, that wanted Deshaun Watson last year, which was the story of the year last year also for us. Right. They've all changed their tune. But when you put something on Twitter, it stays there forever unless you delete it. So there's like a new account out there that has gone back to everyone's history. All those people that are saying they love Tua now, they're coming out and saying, oh, but this is what you said a year ago about him, how he sucked, how we needed another quarterback. And they're just going at it. They're just
I think it's like at Tua receipts or at Dolphin receipts. Something like that. He's a funny follower, man.
I love it.
Utah's in the red zone. I see it.
Listen, bro, I did the exact same thing, but polar opposite with Jameis Winston. Like last year when he played the 7 games with Sean Payton before he tore his ACL, I was like, okay, Jameis, okay, it's looking like he could. But once I broke down film and analyzed, oh no, he has to go, bro. He has to go. So someone may try and use that to reverse on me. About
Yeah. Well, you know what? You want to
Yeah.
believe in your quarterback. You want to believe, as a fan, you want to always be believing and positive about the person you got back there. But the other part to that too is that sometimes you do have to be realistic with what you're seeing. And if they had a bad game, you need to be able to say he stunk, right? He stunk last week or whatever it is. But then the next game he can get better. Somebody isn't going to stink forever, right? Or not the way it usually works. But you're going to have those up and down roller coasters, and you just have to, you have to go with it. Now, unfortunately, in today's society, sometimes you get really emotional for one moment, and then you put it, you write down your emotion somewhere, and someone screenshots it, and now that emotion stays with you forever. It doesn't matter if you change your mind or not, right?
Right.
You guys, how many years has Tua been in the league?
This is number 3 right now.
3, yeah.
Yep.
3 years.
Yeah.
Can you guys imagine if Tua, before this year, if he was doing what he was doing before this year for at least 6 years? Could you imagine that?
Oh, dude, I can't wait till next season, bro. Like, this is the first year in this offense.
Hold on, guys.
I can't wait till next year.
8. Imagine
No.
8 years of this.
No, but my point is,
It's
like
about Jimmy.
you were
This
saying,
is what Jimmy's been doing.
exactly.
Yeah,
to have
it's
the
Jimmy.
objectivity, and now that you guys only had it for 3 years versus 6 years, and some people within
It
the
gets
comments
tiring.
will say that Jimmy G has been playing like an all-pro for your team when he clearly hasn't.
Right. Yeah.
I
feel
feel
you
you
on
on
that.
that.
We feel you on that. We had to deal with
I
Ryan
understand.
Tannehill
I don't like
for
speaking
7
their
years.
Yeah.
We feel
Matt
you on
Moore.
that. That's a good point.
So Matt Moore was fun, but he threw a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, but he was a backup. Bro.
So Tua, just so you guys know, Tua is 24 years old. He's been in the NFL for 3 years already.
Hey, man,
So-
listen, Dolphins fans, I do want to thank y'all when Nick Saban was there for choosing Culpepper over Breeze. I appreciate y'all.
Man.
Why you got to bring that up, man? Why you got to bring that up?
Why are you bringing up old stuff?
That's
man?
why they got me here. That's why they got me here to spice it up.
Here's my belief, and people don't agree with me. I believe that had we taken Drew Brees, he would not have had the same success that he got in New Orleans because it was different skill positions within the Dolphins team at that time, and no offensive line at all, and the wide receiver core, from what I remember, wasn't that good. So yeah, well, somebody just scored.
I think Soul is reacting to the game.
Utah just scored. I saw that. Yeah, Utah just scored.
Nah, I
Sorry,
kind of
guys.
disagree with you, Ian. I think Nick Saban, I think he would have put the right pieces around Drew Brees because he knew in the NFL you needed a quarterback, and once he realized that it wasn't Dante Culpepper, he was out. He wanted to go back to college where he.
I'm not going to
pick and
Alabama.
choose. Yeah.
I'm not going to be a head coach at Alabama. And then he becomes the head coach at Alabama like the week after. He's like, all right. Thank you. Thank you.
Man, thank God for Nick Saban.
Yeah.
But you guys know, man, it's just your fan base is divided on your quarterback, and it makes for fun times on Twitter. It's either you're with them or you're against them, and the cool part is, it's the people that claim that you say, hey, he had a great game. You acknowledge, hey, Jimmy balled out, right?
Yeah,
cool, everything's good. But as soon as you criticize or you hold him accountable for something, it's leave Jimmy's. He's one of the best quarterbacks. He won 38 games versus the 5 other quarterbacks. And I'm like, hold on. Did Jimmy win those games or did the 49ers win those games? It's a difference in if you're gonna just spin it that way.
Yeah.
It's what's Kyle's record without Jimmy? Keep in mind, Kyle, the first season we were like what 2-14. I don't even count all that. Like
y'all tanked though. Y'all was tanking, man.
We just
didn't he blow out? He blew out his knee. Didn't he blow out his knee?
We didn't even have him yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't even have him yet.
So I didn't even really count a lot of that stuff. So it gets.
I think they were tanking though.
Yeah, it worked out. Shout out to Nicholas Bosa, in the building. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
But it gets tiring, like dealing with the back and forth. It's like, look, I'm rooting for the 49ers, whoever the quarterback is.
Facts.
But
Absolutely.
if Trey had issues, I'm gonna be like, yo, Trey, you got to do da 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 da.
Absolutely.
If Jimmy has issues, da 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 da. It's the same. That's what we should do as fans. It shouldn't be like,
yeah, it should be objective. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
got to call it like you see it.
right.
You know what I'm
Gotta
saying?
And
be
look,
a
that's what I'm going through, bro. If y'all watched Gina's show last week, we had some Saints fans in there, bro. They are not objective, bro. Some of our fans, once you put on the black and gold, you can do no wrong in their eyes. And if you do happen to do wrong, you're injured.
All right. That's all fan bases, man. Just so y'all know, that's all
It really
fan bases,
is.
bro.
It really
I
is.
mean,
I've never seen it as bad
obviously,
as Tua, though.
dude, that's like
I've never seen it as
ridiculously
bad.
divided.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've seen tweets where like they want this kid to get hurt, and I mean, like it's horrible how some of the fans are, and they claim they claim it. I'm talking about that they want Tua to get hurt.
Jeez.
What?
Yeah, there's
bro,
just there's a very
bro.
small portion of people.
But they were saying that about Trey. They were happy that Trey got injured. Like
Bro,
even
I'm telling you,
fucking
fan
what's
bases
his
are
name
crazy.
on oh my god, FS1. I can't think of his name.
Nick Wright?
You talking about Colin Cowherd?
Yes, Colin
Oh,
Cowherd.
he's
that
that's
guy.
I lost
He's a
all
Tua
respect.
hater. He hates Tua.
And
never
I
change his
stopped
mind.
watching him. I used to watch his shows, and I stopped watching him.
He's all about clickbait, man. He's all about clickbait. That's all.
No, somebody told me Trey used to date his daughter, though.
There you go. We all know
that is a story.
That's
Colin
why.
Coward's daughter.
Oh, is that
why?
It was
Dude,
good.
I heard
I
Tua
did-
kicked his dog.
I did not know
Tua
that.
kicked
That's
his dog.
why.
And we used to joke around, me and some of my boys that are Dolphin fans, and be like, "Yo, whose girl did Tua take that they just hating on this kid so bad?" That
Hilarious.
makes total sense right there.
There you go.
Okay.
When you're piping someone's daughter too good and you leave her stranded.
We'll say this: driving into the top and repping with Gina does not necessarily condone the voices being said right now regarding Colin Cowherd's daughter, but it's a story that was out there. Like
It's facts, though. Sorry.
it sounds like it was pretty legit, but we can't prove it. But
Oh my god!
Breaking news. We have
Logan,
breaking news right
shut
now.
up.
Yeah.
I see this.
I
love
agree
it.
with you, Chad. You know what I'm saying? You should never.
Logan,
wait for somebody
be
to get hurt,
quiet.
man.
Who is Logan?
You see what Logan? Logan, go away. He
Fully guaranteed too, right? Fully guaranteed for 25 years.
Fully
Logan
guaranteed.
Logan is whoever Logan is, and man, shout out to you, man. You are a top-notch, like dope.
Logan-
bro. Like, I love
Logan, stick to
what he
baseball.
says is so comical. It's like the way that he articulates it. I love it. It's funny to me. I love it.
Get the bag.
Logan,
Yeah, you gotta,
stick to
Exactly.
you gotta
baseball.
laugh at something like that.
You do. You have
Yeah.
to. Like I legit respect his. Like shout out to Logan, man. Salute, Logan.
But yeah,
Real.
but back to that, man. Like I said, it's all fan bases. Like
Always.
obviously from my name, the Yankee Fit. Like I got both sides, so I got Yankee fans, and it's the same thing, man. You got the half of the fan base that are a bunch of spoiled brats and expect the Yankees to spend $300 or $400 million because all they've known is winning over the last 20 years. And then you have the actual level-headed fans.
Mhm.
So it's every fan base, man. I'm telling you, it's every fan base. Bro.
I will say I think there's more despair with the Dolphins just because there has been such a drought in postseason. There's been such a drought in the Super Bowl. It's been almost 30 years since the Dolphins have been in the Super Bowl. My oldest daughter just turned 18. She doesn't know what a winning football team looks like. This is the first time she actually has ever seen it in her life, right?
Wow.
In 18
Yeah.
years. So
Right.
it's just different. And you've got some people that are old school that have been around since the 70s, and they're like, we've been watching it since the 70s, and it's tiring every year, and every year it's not getting better, and every year it's not getting better, you know. So yeah, Logan loves smoking a bear.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but see,
that is
he's
funny.
he's
I
having
love
fun with it. That's cool if you having fun
Exactly.
with it like
Like he
that.
never.
Like I
To
said,
me, when you
some
don't
people just
go,
get vicious.
you don't step on toes. Like
Thank
he
you.
doesn't. To me, this is nothing.
Yeah, he's just having
All
fun.
day.
He's just
Like I
having
said,
fun.
as long as you don't call people names, you know, you stay away from that stuff. You can troll all you want.
Yeah,
You can
just-
have as
just
much
go.
fun as you
Oh
want.
yeah.
Just keep
There
it
you go.
respectful, man.
Exactly.
You say you can have fun
I
with it.
respect anybody's team. You come on, you support your team, talk exactly about your team. As long as we don't cross lines, we can do this
Right.
all day. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I always kid. If someone wants to talk to me about Miami Dolphins for 10 hours straight, I can talk about Miami Dolphins for 10 hours straight. Right? But
Absolutely.
you know, no one wants to listen to me gab for 10 hours straight.
It's all
So
about passion. It's all about your passion.
Exactly.
It's your passion. You can talk all day about it.
Here's a question for you guys then. If your game is shut down, can you win with your running game?
Go ahead, Ian. I'll let you try to answer this.
I will tell you, it'll be very hard. And the reason why I say that is we have not had, maybe we have had one game where we had a 100-yard rusher. I think that was actually Jeff Wilson, who happened to be one of your guys not too long ago, against the Browns. And, one out of, what are we, week 13? So 1 out of 12 games, 1 out of 11 games that we ran for 100 yards. I think it would be very hard for us to do. Not to say we couldn't do it, because in the preseason, and I know no one loves talking about preseason, but in the preseason, we saw a lot more movement from the offensive linemen to be able to break open holes for the running backs. And we really haven't seen that too much. And I think part of that is that there hasn't been that need. The coaches have said, we're going to try the run game, and then we're just going to focus on passing. In some games, we were behind and we had to turn it into shootouts. But I think it would be very hard for us to do, to be honest with you, if they took away the passing game.
Who's your running back? Who's your running back over there?
Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, former Niners.
Yeah.
And Savon Ahmed.
Yes.
Don't forget about him.
Oh, that's why Mostert went, huh?
Yeah. But he was out last week's game. Hurt his knees or sore knees, and I know something that the Niners fans are aware of is that he's had the injury challenges in his career, but he's back this week. So him, and I think he wanted to be back specifically for this week.
He talked like he wanted to be back this week. So.
I heard he was talking a little bit of trash earlier in the week, or it was taken out of proportion or something. I was about to say
that got a little overblown. I mean, they only reported what he said about Tua slinging it better, that's just facts, to be honest. As far as him over
gotta
Jimmy.
Hype the game up.
Now the we have more talent thing. I mean, that might have been a little disrespectful because you guys got plenty of talent on that team. So you know what I'm saying. But as far as answering your question, Gina, I mean, nobody's been able to shut down our passing game so far. To be quite honest, I mean, you're talking about. I mean, Tyreek Hill is like that. He's a Hall of Fame player already. And
I think you're right.
He's never had a number 2 like Jalen Waddle. So I think that's why we've been more of a passing team than a running team. Besides the fact that our offensive line hasn't really been able to get a lot of push. But if we were to get shut down, then we would be in trouble. We would be in trouble. Absolutely. Yeah, I think so.
Outside of Kansas City, what type of offense have we seen like this?
Right. That's what I mentioned earlier. Yeah,
that's a great question. That's a great question for you guys.
Like Wise has said the whole show, like, we have to respect you guys' offense for real. Like, don't get it twisted. We're a number 1 defense, but we also have to be real. Like, when it comes to a real offense, can we really respond? And now this is going to be the test that really shows it. But this is the thing that really, I guess, that I'm not really tripping off of. Granted, I understand the magnitude of certain players, but this is not a divisional game. So it's like we're
or a conference game,
non-divisional.
It's a confidence game,
We honestly, and I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I understand the back and forth chatter and everything, but Debo, if you're not good to go this week, don't force it. Don't force it because it's not worth it. Like, this is not a divisional portion of it. But if you're going out here because of Raheem and what he had to say.
Nah, that's not.
It's not worth it for that.
No,
like, please, if you're okay, then do that. But if you're not, don't force it.
I feel the same way about Armstead. I mean, he's trying to play, but this isn't a conference game, you said. So, if we can skip this game and we take an L, it is what it is. But we got the Chargers and then at Buffalo coming up. Those are conference games. Those are going to decide seedings in the AFC. So those are more important to me than this one. I mean, this is just going to be a fun battle here because it's, strength against strength with the defense against our offense and the coaches and stuff. So there's a lot of good storylines and stuff like that. And I mentioned to Gina, when she was on my show, I got a love-hate relationship with San Francisco because, you know what I mean? They took my boy's only Super Bowl opportunity, Dan Marino. You know what I'm saying? But I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like I told her, and I mentioned to Ian earlier. I mean, Tom Brady has the most championships, but the greatest quarterback, in my opinion, is Joe Montana.
And there you have it, everybody.
That's just stating facts. Now, Dan Marino, in my opinion, was the best pure passer I've ever seen.
But he didn't make it to
But
the
as
Super Bowl.
far as like,
okay,
as far as like
let me
rip your heart out in a Super Bowl, I mean, he was 4-0, bro, and he won his first one without Jerry Rice. So people don't remember that.
Joe number one. I was about to ask why you had Joe number one. I think
shut up, throwback.
Dude, he was just a killer, bro. He was accurate, he was smart, and he had one of the greatest head coaches ever in Bill Walsh.
Hey, real quick, I got a quick Marino story. So 5-year-old Wise living in Hawaii. All right,
I love
living in Hawaii.
Wise.
Okay, all right.
Living in Hawaii. Mom gets us Pro Bowl practice tickets, right?
Oh wow.
We go to Pro Bowl practice. Keep in mind, this is the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl, where we know what happens.
So this is Ace Ventura time.
Pretty much, right? So 5-year-old Wise has his little 49er outfit on, pictures and everything. Dan Marino's walking by, I'm asking for an autograph. Blows me off. Looks at me, just blows me off. I'm not understanding. This is Dan Marino, but hey.
He still had his feelings hurt from losing that Super Bowl, man. He was still upset. He was still in his feelings.
Let me tell you something though. I've met him. I think I've only met him once. He's not very approachable, and I think part of that is I think he's probably just experienced so much of that in his life that at this point of his life he's like, all right, let me do my thing. Let me just be on my own. You'd hear that from a couple of different people too. Even though I love him as a quarterback, I thought he was one of the reasons why I became a fan. Because of all the stuff that he did.
He is the reason that I'm a Dolphin fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, New York. I was born and raised in New York, man, and I'm a Dolphin fan because of Dan Marino.
That's
okay.
That's what's up. I respect
it.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I always wondered, like, people who have like teams in different states.
right.
Like, I've always wondered, like, how that always
that
happened.
worked.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Same.
for me, being that I'm from California, all my teams are in California.
Right.
Granted, I live in Atlanta, but it's like, how does it feel to have a team like New York and then the Braves, and then I'm like, how do you do that?
I mean, like I said, my thing is, like I told Gina on my show the other day, check it out. Let's Talk Sports. Shout out Dan Harris. Yeah, born and raised in New York. I'm a Puerto Rican born in the Bronx, so like I had no choice but to be a Yankee fan. Like I joke that I came out the womb with a Yankee fitted and a glove on my hand. You know what I mean? So there was no choice in that. But all I did was play baseball when I was young. I didn't get into football till I was older. And like I mentioned to Ian, one of my first games that I remember was 9 years old, the '85 Monday night game against the Bears. And a couple of my uncles and my cousins who are Jets fans were talking crap about the Dolphins and that the Bears are going to go undefeated and break the Dolphins record. So all I remember is Dan Marino tearing them up. And, 9 years old, I thought the Dolphin on the side of the helmet was pretty cool. Plus, it pissed them off. You know what I'm saying? That was an added bonus. But, I mean, you got some of these people that are just like Yankee fans, Dallas fans, Lakers fans. And like that's a bit much to me. Like, my football is all Miami, which I try to not bring it up. But I am a Hurricanes fan as well.
Which you don't try and bring up right now.
I just didn't want to talk about right now.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? But so that's my football teams. But no, everything else is, basketball. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a Knicks fan, but they pull my heartstrings for New York. You know what I'm saying? I was more of a player fan, so I liked watching Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon and Barkley and stuff like that.
Right.
But everything else is New York. But then my football is Miami Dolphins and Miami Hurricanes.
That's what's up.
I've talked to a lot of fans from around the country, and I asked them that question. I'm like, all right, you're in Oregon. Why are you rooting for the Miami Dolphins in Oregon?
Exactly. Like, I always want to know, like, how does it tie together within your life to be like, yeah, that's going to be my team. I'm like,
the funniest thing is you talked about Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. There's a bunch of fans throughout the country that became Dolphins fans because of that movie. Yeah, because of that movie.
I've heard that.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
insane.
my God.
Some of them love the colors. They said,
Yeah.
I wasn't a football fan. I saw the colors of the Dolphins and I became a fan of the Dolphins.
Now I will say, like I said, the people that are like Yankee fans, Dallas Cowboy fans, Laker fans, and You know what I'm saying? Those are like, you know, they when they were young, all those teams were good. So it seemed like they were just right. So they were just fans of all those teams that were winning. So then they just, you know what I'm saying? Because how are you going to be from, you know, Chicago or from Oklahoma and you a Yankee fan, a Laker fan, a Dolphin, a Cowboy fan, you know what I'm saying? So
my
there's
sister,
there's some of those that, but you know, it is what it is. You love who you love, you know what I'm saying? So
my sister, I think, represents kind of what you're just talking about, Johnny. She lived in South Florida, but then she went to college in Pittsburgh, and she became a Pittsburgh Steelers fan because the Pittsburgh Steelers were good for a while, right? With Ben Roethlisberger, went to the Super Bowl, stuff like that. And I just saw her this past weekend. She's like, Ian, I'm watching the Dolphins games. I'm loving what the Dolphins are doing. I said, but aren't you a Pittsburgh fan? She's like, I kind of go with the team that's winning, that's looking good. So I'm a Dolphins fan now. I'm like, okay.
You really think the Patriots had all these fans, bro?
No. Of course.
Hell no.
Of course, exactly.
Hell no. Before they started winning, the Patriots were garbage, bro.
Everybody loves a winner, man. Everybody loves a winner.
You're saying you got a lot of the young kids, they see people winning, you know what I'm saying? So they follow it. That's, you know what I'm saying? That happens a lot.
That's facts, people.
Right.
What you get is facts. Like, that's how things happen.
Yeah.
That happened to us for Katrina, man. I can't front. I got to keep it real. Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like revitalized a lot of the fans. I'm a Saints fan, you know.
Right.
Because the Saints went. Isn't that the year the Saints went to the Super Bowl right after that, right, or something? Or they did extremely well right after that, after Hurricane Katrina.
The very next year, we went to the NFC Championship. Sean Payton and Drew Brees' first year. We lost to the Bears though in the NFC Championship game. That was that year. Urlacher, Rex Grossman, Devin Hester. Yeah, they lost to Peyton Manning, but yeah, we went to the championship day.
Grossman.
I got a question, Luke. How are you a
But
Laker? Why do you have on all that Laker paraphernalia down in?
All right, now check this out, bro. I'm 39, bro. When I was growing up, we didn't have a team.
So
That's
Kobe.
fair.
I'm a little older than you. I'm 42, so I know what
I'm
you're
older than all y'all.
Yeah, the Pelicans didn't. The Pelicans didn't come until. Let's
See,
see.
those kind of fans I can understand. When you don't have a team,
exactly.
I get it.
I can give you. That's why I was asking him, because I see all Lakers stuff, and I'm like,
right.
Yeah.
I get that.
And I'm like, I understand.
Yeah, because it was the
we
Hornets.
didn't have a team.
It was the Hornets that went to New Orleans, and became the Pelicans, and then they gave Charlotte a new team, you know, and with the new Hornets over there. So that you can understand. That you can understand. So I'm assuming when you were young, it was Kobe and Shaq.
Absolutely.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Winners. That's definitely winners.
That's what wind up happening, man. You know,
what was Golden State doing back then? What was Golden State Warriors doing back then?
Nothing. We was rolling with Danny Fortune and Jason Caffey. And
I was just asking. No. I was just asking because Warrior fans out here, they talk a lot like they've been around for decades.
No, we don't.
They have a
squad. Those must be the new fans.
Yeah, we
Thank
have our
you.
moments.
Exactly. That's why the OGs know. Like Gina, you know the Wise, you know. But you have the other ones where it's like,
they don't count.
I was born in Oakland. I used to go to the games. I remember when those games were empty. Like, no, don't do it.
It wasn't always empty.
I might be dating myself, but you had, you know what I'm saying, when you had Chris Mullen and you had this kid with the crossover. Oh my God, Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway.
You know what I'm saying?
Mitch Richmond. Sharunas Marshallonis.
Yes, you guys.
Yes, I know the teams.
Yes,
I know them.
Yes, like I said, I watched more players as far as basketball. When it came to basketball, I enjoyed watching the players. And then when I was growing up, there was NBA Jam, the video game. I don't know if you remember that. So it was a lot of the 2-on-2. So you got the
he's on fire.
Peyton and Sean Kemp from Seattle and stuff like that. Oh my God!
Double dribble.
Double
dribble era.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Our team wasn't in double dribble. We only could be Chicago, New York, Boston, and New York. I think those are the only options. So we took it.
Oh, shit.
We are
hey guys,
Sorry, Gina.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. I'm gonna be.
Yeah, my fault, Gina. I'm sorry.
Be on no, it's okay. I'm gonna be on the local news again tonight because
look at you.
Not witness, but like I know I was gonna be on I videotaped a bus crash, and they liked it or whatever. So I don't know. But what do you guys?
Wait, Gina.
That's a great movie. Whoever says
Speed, always find you.
Gina, give me a shout out. Give me a shout out tonight, Gina. Give me a shout out while you're on there.
I'll be like, Buke. My mom got mad too. She goes, I was standing there right with you. How do you get on? I'm like, because I took out my cell phone and went like this.
Right.
And it shouldn't be repping with Gina anymore. It should be Gina the plug.
I mean, pretty much.
I'm like, I got on TMZ. I'm on
TMZ
local
hits
news
and everything.
channels.
Yeah,
I know. Like, what's going
Making
on?
moves out there. We see you. We see you.
I'm looking at the video right now too.
Someone in the UK hit me up, and now I'm on 2 group chats, like worldwide, like NBA and NFL. I know. Like,
that's a big accident, though. There were like 10 cars involved.
I'm just honored to be a part of your show. I appreciate this.
I know you guys, man. This is cool.
Hey, we started back in the day. Just imagine when you blow up and we look back and I can go, I remember when it was 4 people live.
I know. Hey, I mean, and then some guy comes yesterday and he's like, hey, I don't know if you go to games, but I sell my tickets and I only get he goes, and I only buy standing room only or whatever. Let me know if you're ever there. I walk around and I film. Maybe we could collab. And I was like, oh shit. I go, well, I hardly go to games, but blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, oh, let me put you in touch with this person. He's like, hey, you should think about getting paid on Facebook. $5,000 or $500 for lives or something. And I was like, what? So he's going to show me how to do it.
There you go.
Gina the plug.
Sending your account though. Whatever you do.
Gina the plug.
Gina, hold on. I got a question for Chad. Chad, are you still a Laker fan? Are you no longer a Laker fan or what? I see you say you're an old school fan. Magic,
I'm that same era, but I'm that same era. Magic Johnson was born. Well, he won the championship the same year I was born. So yes, 1980. Nice. That was the first. That's when it all started. Yeah. That was the year I came in. The same year the 49ers won it. That's why I became a Niners fan. It was just in the blood. It was just right for me. I went against why everybody, Raiders fans and all that. Nah, we're not doing that. That black hole stuff, I'm not with that crap. It's always been bullshit to me. I'm not doing it.
Why you don't watch the NBA anymore, Chad? Why not?
Yeah, Chad.
Chad doesn't like the NBA anymore. He doesn't watch it anymore.
I love betting on NBA games though.
We've got this team down here called the Miami Heat that's done pretty well over the last 20 years. But I will tell you,
that's who I bet on. Yeah. I bet on them getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, and I won me like a little quick $80.
I remember those Ronnie Cycli, Ronnie Sparrow, those years. I remember those years.
Yeah, Gun Rice is back then too. Right? So the interesting thing is,
it's my actual sport. I know basketball.
That's not really a good name in the Bay, though. We don't want to bring up the Ronnie Cycli era.
Just saying, who was on that team back then? Glenn, Robinson from Michigan, Ramil Robinson. I remember those games.
See, what's funny, what's interesting, we've had the Heat here now for 20, 30 years now. I think it's probably 30 years I think we're coming up on, but never really I've only gone to like maybe 5 games in my whole life because this is where all my money goes. I don't miss a home game now. I've got season tickets and I don't miss a home game. And I try now to get to one away game. And the other thing too, is I've made a commitment, or I've made an agreement with my wife. Don't tell her, she's in the room over there, that I'm saving up for the Super Bowl. If we ever go to the Super Bowl, if the Dolphins ever make it, I'm going to get a seat. Just one. Doesn't have to be more than one.
Respect that.
But no Heat games, no Panthers games, no Marlins. Yeah, exactly. It's been
I
budgeted.
Respect that. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I don't know if in my lifetime, if we go once, if we're ever going to go back again. I just want to get there one time, man. That's all. Hey, you guys are there not too long ago, but I mean, for us, it's been way too long.
I went to the Super Bowl one year. It was in my home. It was in my city, Pasadena, California, when the Cowboys beat the Bills. I was there for that game. I snuck in.
Early night. Yeah.
I actually shout out to my boy Josh. If he ever sees this, we actually had. This is funny to me. We actually had, like at the end, those those Super Bowl T-shirts.
Yeah.
We actually had Buffalo Bills Super Bowl winning T-shirts.
Oh, wow.
We found
They
that
were ready. They were ready.
Yeah,
right?
they were
Oh my God!
boxes back in the day. And people were looking at us like, "How do y'all have those shirts?"
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like,
they were giving them away. They were like, "Yeah, man, take
Yeah,
them."
they
You
were.
need something to clean your
Just
car with.
saying,
Right.
you know, fall off in certain places, that type of stuff.
But now I hear
imagine
you a
that
little
for
bit on
4
the
years
chat.
straight.
Before we get back to Gina's question here, because she's throwing up the football question here, but I feel chat on the NBA only because it's like everybody and their mother is shooting 3-pointers, and you ain't Clay, you ain't Steph to be shooting all these threes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you can shoot them, cool, but when everybody is just shooting 3-pointers, it makes it a little, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I still tune in for the playoffs, of course, and like I'll watch the stars when there's like good matchups. Like Ja is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't like the style of play in today's game?
Nah, man. I liked, you know what I'm saying, when they were battling down low and people just banging it out, you know what I'm saying, just throwing it down on each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to see.
I feel that.
Yeah. But I mean, I still, like I said, I still watch the playoffs because I try to be well-rounded and know what's going on. You know what I mean?
As soon as you said that, Steph just hit a 3. Wow.
Dude, that's the best shooter I've ever seen in my life, bro. And I'm older than probably everybody here except for Ian.
How old are you? How old are you, Johnny?
46.
I'm 48.
Hell,
wow, you guys
No.
don't look your age, man. Even you, especially you, Rod, Gina. I would have never guessed you guys were that age.
No way. I would have thought 48.
Gina, I'm 48 too.
Get him, Gina. That's why she's Gina the plug.
My bad.
See?
My apologies. My apologies. No disrespect. But you don't look nowhere near 48, girl.
Right.
Thank you.
You're not lying. You're not lying.
Big Ian has to get going, guys, but we're gonna
It's almost
send him
10:30
off.
here on the East Coast, man, and I'm
I'm noticing
been a
we
long
only
day.
got to half
I'm
the
on your side
questions.
too. I'm on your side too. I understand. I know.
Hey, thank you.
I told you, Gina, I'm down for whatever, yo. So
I'm still
Ian,
here.
it was good.
No.
It's good to meet you, bro.
Man, definitely nice
thank
to
you
meet Ian,
so
follow me on
much.
Twitter, man. Follow us on Twitter. Follow back.
I will
Absolutely.
definitely. I just so you guys know, and I'm not flexing at all, but this is kind of cool. Two
That's one of those. That's one of those.
mom just followed me on Twitter.
Oh, you big time.
Word.
Big time.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh
Flex,
my
brother.
God.
Yeah,
Wow.
flex, my brother. Go ahead,
Name
flex,
drop.
man.
That's
Name
what's up.
drop and a flex.
That
like
is
that.
awesome.
That's
Oh,
the way
it
you
is
get off the mic right there. That's
There you
the
go.
Okay.
That's
Listen,
the way you
viewers,
go.
who is mom?
Can we do this before you go? What's your prediction?
Oh,
Yes.
so I predict Dolphins up 27-24. I thought it was going to be a very, very close game, and I don't think anybody's going to get over 30. So, but
Close game. All right.
I think it's going to be a close game. But it could go one way or the other. You guys could end up beating us by a bunch. We could end up beating you guys by a bunch. All I know is it's going to be a great game on Sunday, and that's what I'm looking forward to. A great game.
That's what's up.
With that, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right, guys. It was a pleasure. I will
Awesome.
follow
It's
you
been
all
a
on Twitter.
pleasure.
My
Have a
pleasure.
great
Thank you
night.
so
Most
much.
definitely, bro.
Have a good night, man.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Good
man.
one.
Good to meet you, Ian, man.
Nice to
Big
meet you,
fan.
too.
Yeah, nice to meet
Big
you,
fan,
bro. Good talking to you, man.
Bye.
Real knowledgeable dude.
Yeah. That's a good dude right there, man.
Yeah,
Hell
he's a good dude,
yeah.
for real.
He definitely represents us well, man. Like I said, you get a lot of knuckleheads, the extreme fanatics, you know what I mean? I mean, we all.
I was waiting on one. I was hoping one was coming in tonight because I had dropped in on this show the other night, and I had to represent for my homegirl Gina, and I was like, I was chiming in, and I'm like, where is he tonight? I told her I would see him Friday, and
Nah, she picked two level-headed, respectful fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can respect greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Just because I'm a Dolphin fan don't mean, I ain't got enough space in my heart to hate nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I want my team to beat you down,
You know what I mean?
But I can respect Josh Allen is a bad, you know what I'm saying? That's a bad dude. I can respect the fact that Joe Montana is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, in my opinion, a great, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be real. You gotta call it like you see it. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody's good, I'm gonna say they're good. You know what I'm saying? If my team sucks, I'm gonna say they suck. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Now throw your question up, Gina. Let's get back to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Everybody here, so let's ride.
All right.
Let's go
So,
no, I'm joking.
See what you did there, Rod.
wait, what did he say?
Giving shouts out to Russell Wilson. There you go.
Oh my God, dude. I mean, sorry. Before we get to this, is that the most disappointing trade like in NFL history? Like, can that actually go down like that?
It's shaping.
It's looking like it. Yeah,
It's looking like it.
Now, wait. Let me ask y'all this question.
And the worst part is Seattle's playing well.
Do y'all put more to blame on him or the coach?
You gotta go him,
bro. Have you watched the games, bro?
I was like, we played against him.
Right.
We gave up 11 points to them.
He don't look
good.
He definitely don't look good. I got to get it. He definitely don't look good. I agree.
Time out. We gave up 9 points to them. We didn't give up 11. Jimmy gave up 2.
Jimmy gave up 2 of them.
Right. Give it 9.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong, Marcus?
Oh, shit.
Did Jimmy give him 2?
Here comes Marcus. No, it's playing.
Jimmy just catching all kinds of strays.
He said too early to call.
I mean, he got years left on his deal, but I don't know. It's looking like we said. It's trending.
Whoa! Hold up!
It was 42-17.
You just said it's too early to call, but you gave Trey Lance 3 games, and you said he's a buck, and you're giving him. I'm done, man. He just solidified right there with that answer.
Marcus?
You fell right into it and thought nobody was going to catch it. Oh,
Who is that, Rod? Who is
Marcus.
that?
Marcus.
Oh, Marcus. It is Marcus.
Oh, you see what I mean?
All right, I got you.
See how they just fall out. They just
Marcus is in concussion protocol right now, so we got to just let a little bit slide, you know.
Marcus is always
still in concussion protocol.
He's in concussion protocol right now, so.
I'm like,
that's hilarious, man.
He thought he was just going to let that slide, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
That's why I put it up there.
Yes?
He said nonsense.
Seriously, you think he'll bust after 3 games, bro?
See what I mean?
I'm not gonna front.
Marcus said that.
I thought you guys should have took Justin Fields, to be completely honest. Only because Trey, like, he hardly played, bro. And I thought Justin Fields, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why he got so much hate at that draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to go there, but maybe he just wasn't the, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't light enough.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't light enough to go earlier or something. But I mean, the way that kid showed out at Ohio State, and in that game against, I think it was Clemson or Alabama for the title. Like, I mean, that kid got beat up, and he was still balling.
Yeah, he was showing his ass.
I'm just glad that the Jets decided to take Zach Wilson instead of Justin Fields. So,
but hey, Johnny, you know who Marcus wanted? Mac Jones.
Don't say it.
Nah, you playing.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying, people? We can't make this up. We can't make this up, people.
He came on the show last week and said he wanted
the Gold Glover.
I almost lost my shit. When he said that, I almost lost it.
Mac, why don't you play the video? You know the TikTok?
Oh, yeah.
Share your screen.
Oh, let me try to pull that up real quick.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones was a product of the system in Alabama. There's a reason why he was 3rd behind Tua and Jalen Hurts. He just fit perfectly for what the Patriots wanted him to do last year. He's not going to win you games. He's Jimmy, but worse. In my opinion.
Who said that last week?
Boy, that's a great analogy, boy. Right. Shout out to Rod. Shout out to you, Rod.
I'm just being real.
Hey, man. I guess
Yeah, like
I don't know. Maybe we both don't know what
fear
we're
Mac
talking
Jones.
about.
You don't fear Mac Jones.
Oh, here we go. Wait. Incoming guest,
What's
Commissioner
up?
Cooper.
What is up?
going
What is
down?
going on?
That's what I'm talking about. Now
What's
he
going
shut
on, man?
my mouth because he's here tonight, and I'm here. How you doing, Mr. Cooper?
I'm doing well, my friend. I appreciate you. I appreciate
Likewise, boss.
What are
I'm
we
glad you
doing?
joined
Miami
me.
fan in the house.
Oh, Mr.
Ready.
Cooper Mr. Cooper, you a
you.
Dolphin
Ready.
fan too? Mr. Cooper, a Dolphin fan?
Oh!
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, he
I'm
is.
from
All
from
right.
down south, so yeah, I'm a
Alright,
big
Mr.
Miami
Cooper.
Dolphins fan.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
What's up, Mr. Coop? What's up, Mr. Coop? Welcome.
What is going on? What is going on? So what
Alright.
what are we talking about?
She's got it right there on the screen, bro. Go ahead. Have
Can
at
the
it.
secondary
you're up.
shut? I mean, come on. This is like one of those elementary school questions. Yeah, of course they can. I mean, yeah, of course they can, but are they gonna? Let me tell you something. I watch every game. I'm a season ticket holder, so I go down. I watch all the Dolphin games, and I've been 7-8 years. I live in Orlando. It's a long drive, trust me.
Yes,
So if they suck, I don't drive. But listen, when I'm down watching them, I'm telling you right now, Tyreek Hill is open every play. Every play, that man is open every time. You can sit here and throw it at Tyreek every play. So I'm telling you, right? Yes, can they shut the secondary? Can they shut them down? Yes. Are they going to? I do not think so.
Wait, look, Coop. Hold on, Coop. Let me throw this in there to help Gina question a little bit. It's gonna be raining Sunday, bro.
Cool. Good.
The weather's gonna.
Do you know where we live, right? Where we live, and in the summer where it literally rains every day. Every day it
yeah,
rains.
that's
But
facts.
look,
We
but
go
look,
with it.
Coop. To Rod's point, Rod said, yeah, it rains down there, but you're not getting hit like you're gonna get hit from the number one defense in this rain.
Okay, so I believe it was Rod. I believe it was you who brought this up on my show. Was that you in the comments that said we didn't play? Okay, so that was you. I wanted to answer that question like you said the other night, because you said we haven't played a defense like y'all. And listen, I'm gonna give your defense credit, no doubt about it. You guys have a great defense, but guess what? We do. Our whole division's got great defense. The Jets, the Bills, the Patriots, all three of them got good defenses. So trust me, we have good defenses. We're not scared of your. Well, excuse me, I'm scared of your defense. They might not. They're not scared of it. They're ready to go up against you. So yeah, and I think the rain. Again, I don't know what that's going to do to this game. I mean, I don't know if it necessarily slows things down, because I can see Tua was already going to want to get rid of the ball quickly off the line, obviously, right? So, I mean, with this rain, what does that do to that? I mean, so that's the big question, I guess. And, who's the team that's going to tackle well, I guess really is going to be at the end of the day is going to be the winner.
Piggybacking on that, I was going to say the offense usually has the advantage in a situation like that, because they know where they're going as opposed to the defense not knowing where the wide receiver is going. So as long as Tua, they keep him upright and he's able to get the ball out, you know what I'm saying? It's like he said, they can. I don't know that they will.
Right.
Because like I said, I mean, besides Tyreek being open all the time, like I said, even at Kansas City, he was not paired with somebody like Waddle, bro. Because Waddle is, I'm telling you, man, that is a star in the making right there, bro. He's a dude, bro. He is a dude, and he's only gonna get better because of Tyreek Hill. So
see, that's the thing also, man. Like, shutting them both down is damn near impossible. Like, can one of them be, held in check? Yes. But for us to lock both of them up, it would have to have been one of those games. I don't expect that. Like, you'd have to be crazy going into it saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna lock both of them up." I just don't see that happening. Waddle, we called Waddle wide receiver 2 earlier. He just wouldn't be. Waddle he's that dude also.
Yeah.
Like, I completely agree with that. Can they limit them? That's the goal. Yeah. I think that's the goal. Can we limit them? Like, it's the big plays that Tyreek makes. Like, it's the goofy big plays is what I call them. Like, when Tua will just throw the ball up there and he'll just jump over everybody, being 5'9" and just get it. And I'm like, damn, I hate that.
He's got ridiculous hops, bro.
Right. And
it's ridiculous hops.
We just got to limit stuff like that. But it's going to be a good matchup, man. Lenore's going to have to step it up this week. I'll say that on our end, because he is vulnerable. Lenore, one of our DBs. He's playing opposite of Ward. So he's going to have to step it up, or else it could be a long day for him. So
yeah, I think somebody mentioned the trenches, and that's the key right there, man.
That's what I said earlier.
If they put pressure on Tua, that's how you can slow down Tyreek and Waddle. If you're putting pressure on Tua,
I also think
if he has time, then you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna shut them both down.
I also think that the linebacking core has to do their assignment. I think they're the key to both sides' defenses. I think that we do have an advantage considering our linebacking core that we do have.
Yeah, you got the best linebacker in football in the middle.
Exactly. And I think like from sideline to sideline, that's where the execution part has to play. You know what I'm saying? The trenches, we have to keep Tua contained where he can't get outside the pocket and buy time. We know that he's not one of those that, is trying to get the yardage. We just know he's just trying to buy time. So if we can eliminate that, i.e. the rain, hopefully that's something that has to play into our position. Plus, both of you guys' offensive tackles are out. So that's also something that hopefully we can contribute. Then we have our Armstead coming back. He's in the middle. So this is why, like we said earlier, which is really the situation that we're looking at. That's what's going to cause the game to be, that's the telltale of the game.
Right. Also, what Rod said, we got to wrap up, man. We have to wrap up.
Oh, absolutely. Bro. Yeah.
If you miss a tackle, it's to the house.
It's to the house, exactly. So
with the peace sign up.
I mentioned it earlier in the week. It's whoever can protect that quarterback the best, and then whoever tackles the best is going to win this game. Because
I think also it's the physicality of what we talk about. You guys have to come all the way to us, so hopefully that can cause experience to the body. On top of that, the weather make you a little more drowsy. Obviously, the time difference and everything. We're trying to make you guys a little drowsy.
Voodoo on
they're gonna be dropping some Xanax in people's waters and stuff.
We don't need it now. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you guys to be rested for us. No, not at all. Be thrown off.
He's in front of the TV going, "No, Tua, you're getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy."
Nice. But no, to answer your question, I mean, it's possible, but I don't think you can do both, man. You're not gonna shut down both of them.
It's all about the scheme. It's all about how you scheme everything up. But as far as, let's be honest, how many shutdown corners do we have in the league now? It's pretty much none. You know what I'm saying? So
a handful. There's a handful.
It's all about
not a lot.
That you have throwing the ball. That's the biggest, opposition in everything. Jimmy G, we hope we get Marcus's Jimmy G, the one that shines every game in his head. We hope we get that Jimmy G. Outside of that, we hope that we get a bad Tua. Because if Tua's on this game, it can be very long for us. And that's just that's very long.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying if you can put pressure on Tua, then you can slow down Waddle and Tyreek if you can put pressure on him. But if he has any kind of time, he's not gonna. I mean, the kid is accurate as hell. He's got good pocket presence. I mean, he's like I said, he's exceeded my expectations. I thought he had the potential to grow into this. You know what I'm saying? But Mike McDaniel has he's just brought out the greatness in this kid, man, and he molded the offense for this kid. Like that's what you're supposed to do, which was disappointing with Brian Flores, because I actually like Brian Flores. I mean, I like the attitude. I'm old school, so I didn't mind the tough love and stuff. And that man won 5 games with guys that were driving UPS trucks like that same week. You know what I mean? And he found a way to win 5 games. So I was excited about him, but he just, you know what I'm saying? He just didn't want Tua, and it is what it is. But Mike McDaniel is like, you know, he's molding his offense around what Tua does well. And this kid is flourishing, man. This kid is flourishing. So thank you much for Mike McDaniel. Yo. I love just his press conferences, man. His press conferences, I love just hearing homeboys speak for real.
Y'all make me want to go listen to this dude, man.
Well, you need to, bro. He's you know what I'm saying? He's got the the dorky look or whatever, bro. But he's smart. Yeah. He's smart as hell. He's witty. He's funny. You know what I'm saying? And he shows, like I said, he's perfect for this generation of player, bro. He's all about showing love and wanting them to express themselves and be their best selves and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? That's all guys want, man. If you're gonna bring out the best of me so that I get paid and we can win, the players are gonna, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna run through a wall for you.
It's always about being a player's coach, I think, over anything. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can get on their level for them to understand, like, yo, he's actually behind us.
Right.
That's the key. But also with it, you also have to know, you know, who is in your locker room too. And you also have to know when you can wheel them in. If you know how to talk to each and every person, because we're all individuals, everybody's not equally the same. Like some coaches just have, it's my way or the highway. And now the way that we're getting in society and everything else, that's obsolete.
That don't work. That don't work no more. Right.
Exactly. So now
that's a great point.
You know, based on the person that is actually in there. So as long as we do it that way, that's the way where Mike McDaniels is winning, and he's capitalizing on it because we didn't see this Tua. But now the way that he's speaking it into him, now we got to look at Jimmy G and go, you've been here 6 years.
Jimmy
looks like that,
bro. I mean, yeah, he is who he is, bro. I mean, there's always going to be those fans that are just, you know what I'm saying, but like I don't want to hate on Jimmy. I don't want to hate on Jimmy, but he is not going to be the reason that you win.
Right.
Is the thing.
No, that's not hate, bro. That's not hate, man.
No,
I'm
just saying.
It's realistic.
You know what I'm saying? He's won a lot of games, but when you need that play, like, do you have the confidence that Jimmy's gonna make that play?
I think that's what somebody's been saying.
Exactly.
But that's the only thing he's gonna do to convince me is if he pulls out some 2-minute warning happens and he pulls off some Joe Montana shit.
Right. Oh man, girl, that was so disrespectful to Joe Montana.
The same breath. Oh.
No, I'm not trying to disrespect Joe Montana. That's who I grew up watching.
I know, but you just disrespected him actually putting Jimmy's name in the same sentence.
I'm saying what I would if I were to see that kind of play, that would restore everything for me.
See, to me, he ain't got that in him. Now, again, I'm not trying to hate on this dude.
I know,
but I don't see it in him. Like I said before, Joe Montana.
Fans, we know.
Joe Montana wanted to break. He wanted to rip your heart out. Joe Montana. He wanted to destroy you. And you know, what I'm saying that Super Bowl. I was young.
To who? Mark?
84 in that 84 Super Bowl. So. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really watch it because I was
collecting receipts for Amazon doesn't work.
I didn't get into football until I was a little older, but like there was a lot of talk during that Super Bowl the week about the Dan Marino breaking all the records and stuff like that. And Joe Montana said, he took that personal. Like Jordan sitting back with the you know what I'm saying, the drink. He took that shit personally. Joe Montana said, all right, I'm gonna show you. And you know
Marcus,
he did it. So,
we want Jimmy to throw 3 touchdowns. That's like you saying it like we don't want that as well. Like
right, of course you want him
that's
to
what
play
we want.
well.
I want to know who's he throwing. Who's he going to throw it to though? That's what I like to know. Who's going to be the recipient of these said 3 TDs? Now I will say Miami is notoriously bad against tight ends. So if Kittle want to show up, this is going to be the week.
That'll work.
But again with Debo looking like might not be playing. Sorry, I just got off my fantasy show. We were talking all about Ayuk. I mean,
I love that kid.
He's been playing great, and this is a great spot for him this week. So if Jimmy G is going to look good, he's going to have to hook up with Ayuk a lot.
Yeah.
The thing about it is Jimmy G does not, or not Jimmy G, let me stop. Kyle Shanahan does not to go after certain things. If something is rolling, like if you have somebody that you know can't guard him, let's go after that. Let's attack that. Kyle Shanahan will get a mismatch, will forget the mismatch the entire rest of the game. And instead of taking advantage of that, he'll go away from it because according to him, this doesn't match up with the scheme of what I saw 3 plays ago. And it's like...
Since you bringing that up, Rod, I'm gonna say this, and again,
I'm honest.
I ain't hating Kyle because I'm a fan of the Shanahans. I love his dad. I love the zone running game. Like you know what I'm saying, like everybody was 1,000-yard back when his dad was running the stuff. So I've always been a fan of the Shanahans, but like you saw it in that Super Bowl against New England, like Atlanta was running all over New England. And then he just wanted to show that he can throw the ball, and you let New England come back in that game. Just keep running the ball, man. You don't stop. Don't make it any harder than it has to be, bro. If it's working, keep doing it. So if he's still doing that in San Fran, like that's what I'm saying. That might could be an issue. I'm just saying.
Hey, some people have him as the genius. I just say he's a good play caller.
There is
he's a great play caller, but I didn't realize that he, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
I think
it's working.
I think the true tell is next year when he plays all right.
That's one thing about McDaniel, bro.
That's what we'll find out.
If it's working for McDaniel will keep on doing it until you show him you can stop it. If not, he'll keep doing it.
Let's bring up the last question because I do have to go in about 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah, on the news.
We'll do and then we'll do the score predictions also. Student versus teacher. We don't have to spend that much time on this, but any comparisons because this is the first matchup between Kyle and McDaniel. So we know kind of like the record and everything, the rivalry sort of between teacher and student with Kyle and McVay. There weren't really like student teacher, but I'm just saying like similarities. Any comparisons you see like about to happen?
I mean, I hope so.
This will be real quick for me. I'm gonna say no for 1,000, Alex. Nah, it ain't. Nah, man. Mike McDaniel is different, bro. Like that's a different cat, bro. I like you know what I'm saying? I like McVay. He's done a good job, but this Mike McDaniel kid, dude, that's just a different mind, man. I made the comment to you on my show about what I thought about him and Tua, and I know it might be sacrilege to San Francisco fans, but like they remind me of Bill Walsh and Joe Montana. To be real, like his mind is just like I said, bro. Like you watch some of that watch some of the all 22 of these Dolphin games, bro. I mean, he is scheming people wide open, but Tua is perfect for this offense because of his eye manipulation and his anticipation, bro. Like it's insane what these two are doing, bro. So
we just
I don't think he'll be going
to the Super Bowl this year.
Wait.
What did you say, Rod?
Mac or Rod, one of you.
All right,
anytime you bring up Bill Walsh and Joe Montana,
all right,
those are winners.
No, I know that's what I'm saying.
This
is their first year together.
That's what I say. It's sacrilege.
That's why I said I admitted it. And I know why. This is their first year together.
We gotta relax. We gotta relax.
I just said
that was a big
your first year doing this. I know. Gotta relax.
It just reminded me of that type of combination. The great-minded offensive coach and the quarterback who was really smart and accurate and stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Tua all quiet and shit, but Tua wants to rip your heart out, yo. Don't let the nice smiling Samoan fool you, bro. He wants to stop it, bro. Yeah, he hears all this hate.
Yeah,
I know why you stumble. I know why you stumble through that, bro. I know because as a Dolphins fan for as many years, bro, I am waiting just like normal. Like I'm waiting for that other shoe to drop. I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting. I was like, okay, here it comes. This is now we got San Francisco. And then we go to Chargers. Then we go to Buffalo. Bro, if we go 2 or 3 or we win all 3 of these, I'm telling you right now, you better watch the hell out. But I know why, like, because I've been feeling it all week since Tuesday. I got that, that big test that's coming up when you were in school that you weren't quite prepared for, and it's that feeling in your stomach. I've been feeling it since Tuesday. It's Friday. It's getting worse because I'm getting nervous. So again, we'll see what's up. But as far as comparisons, I think, like you said, though, they're both great offensive minds. That's the only comparison I can make. But like you said, you said it, he is a different cat. The way he came down, built Tua's ego back up from where it was. Like he's special. He's definitely special. I totally agree with you.
Exactly, Miss Debbie. But to get back to the question,
all I said is it reminded me of that type of combination. The great innovative offensive mind and the accurate quarterback. That's
I hear what you're saying.
I just had to see where you were going. That's why I was
like, whoa.
Wait a minute, brother. Oh,
you dropped Montana and Walsh over here.
The Super Bowl. My only hesitation is honestly is the offensive line. If we can keep Tua upright, then I think we can compete with any team in the league.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, y'all. My fault. Oh my.
I think in particular in this game too, because I'm sure you guys talked about it.
I wouldn't disrespect Walsh and Montana.
We got to be able to run the football.
I'm sorry, Miss Debbie. I'm sorry, Miss Debbie.
Don't do that.
Yeah, running the football would be
like I said, it just reminded me. I'm not trying to disrespect. My apologies, Miss Debbie.
Important for y'all. But let me say this about the comparison though, real quick.
Go ahead, Mac.
Between the McVay and Shanny thing. The difference here, in my opinion, is like, I don't know, people forget McDaniel was his guy.
Right.
Like from wherever he was, McDaniel was there with him.
Right.
This is like a different type of relationship,
Yes.
That this is really like the teacher,
the Jedi. This is the Jedi, the Padawan, bro.
The Padawan, right? This is it. Like, so I think Kyle might want to go in his bag and show some things that McDaniel isn't aware of or whatnot, and they could go back and forth on that. I'm excited about that. But
I just mentioned it to you, Gina, on my show. I was like, that there's some stuff that McDaniel came up with. I was like, hey, Kyle was probably like, nah, that's a bit much. So McDaniel's gonna be like, oh, word, it was too much. Check it out now.
He might pull it out, right?
Right.
I think it's gonna go both ways.
Like for both teams, it's not like we have to show out so much. Like this is not a like we're making something out of something so much more than what
I think because of them too.
Dan the man's in the house. Rod, your cousin.
I don't care. He knows.
He's a Rams fan, guys. He's a Rams fan.
Hey, matter of fact, Dan is out there by you, Coop. He's over there in Lake Mary right now.
Nice. Yeah, he's close. Yeah, he's real
Come
close.
across the bay. I'll say what's up.
But I feel you on that one. Like I said, McVay is just, saying, he a different cat. I mean, McDaniel's a different cat. I like Sean McVay, but yeah, McDaniel has been with Kyle the whole time. Like his whole 14 years in the NFL has been with the Shanahan. You know what I'm saying? And I think 1 or 2 years he might have been with Kubiak, but the rest of the time he's been with Kyle. So like he knows him. So. And then hey, Miss Debbie, like I got nothing but respect for your team, for real. Like I've already said that, you know what I'm saying? Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback.
She's like,
hey, Miss Debbie, Miss Debbie, I had to get him
Debbie taking the Eagles off. She putting the Vaseline on her face.
Oh man.
Like that. Debbie wants to throw down. Nah, no disrespect, Miss Debbie.
Straight a bunch of dog walk the teacher. Oh my God. We'll see about that.
Hey, Dan, you're just mad because it didn't happen with your actual coach.
Exactly.
I mean, they got their chip, bro. They got their chip.
They did. They
You know
did.
what I'm saying? And I've been
That is the
saying
Their
most
measly
fraudulent chip,
chip.
and everybody knows
I mean,
that.
they
I
bought-
hate that too.
They
Hey,
bought it, but
whatever.
as a
That
Yankee
is the
fan,
most frustrating
I
part
can't say
behind that is because they
say
got
nothing
that on
about
us.
I can't say
hate
nothing
that.
about buying championships as a
Yeah,
Yankee
I'm a
fan.
Marlins fan. I can't say nothing about it
You know
either.
what I'm saying? It is what it is, man.
It is.
Score
It really is.
predictions.
Go ahead. I'll let y'all babe people go. I think I might surprise y'all as I kiss the ring. There you go.
I'm going 24-20 Niners. I'm going
All right.
24-20 Niners.
28-24
Oh,
Niners.
Say that again.
All right, Dan.
I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 24-13 Dolphins.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the same that we scored on the Saints.
I'm gonna say it can
And I
be.
can't argue that. That's the frustrating part. Like, because we have Jimmy G, you can't argue that. The man gave us 13 points, Marcus.
And I have to say, teams that we've played that I've seen this defense play, we are actually very good against the run. And
Yes.
teams that are
Yes.
good, look what we did to Cleveland. Other than Nick Chubb getting that one little
That one run.
break off that no one
run.
cared about at the end of the game, we shut them down. We shut that run down, and that's pretty much. I'm on no disrespect, but that's all y'all can do, man. So
No, that's facts. What you're saying is facts. That's the part that we agree with you on. It's like if the game goes into Jimmy G's hands, we might be in trouble and it's raining. Because all of us 49er fans know what happened last year when we played the Colts in the rain. We all know what happened last year.
Yeah, Carson
So
Wentz.
that's why we get nervous about these games.
We're
We
not
know
talking
that
about last year,
Jimmy G
right?
playing in weather
We're
like
not
this.
talking about last year.
I talked so much shit about Carson trash, and then what happened? I got my ass reamed. So okay, that didn't sound good.
I mean,
Don't discount,
anyway.
by the way, the revenge, don't
like-
discount the revenge game for
Hey.
Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert.
Yes,
either.
facts.
Don't discount it.
And
In
like
the
I
rain.
said, I think
Marcus is keeping receipts.
I think these guys are ready to play hard for Mike McDaniel. Like
Oh,
they, you know, say they want to show the love that he's been showing to them
and they
back
know he
at
wants
this
it.
game here. So it could be 45-10, but I don't think it's gonna be like that. Honestly, I think
Definitely not.
Our offensive line I'm worried about. So I think it's a close game. I made the prediction the other day. I think it's 2019 Dolphins. I think Tua drives them late, and we kick a field goal to win the game.
Oh, don't
It's
say
gonna
a
be something
field
like
goal.
that.
Jason Sanders missing.
No,
damn
that's
extra
why I'm
point.
saying it. That's why I'm saying it.
I
He's
think
due.
we win
He's
by a
due.
field goal.
He's due. That's why I'm saying he's gonna win it. 2019 Dolphins.
I think
I'm
we
gonna
win by a
say
field goal.
30-28. Now, when I came in here, I didn't know about the weather. I know y'all say y'all playing rain in Florida and all that, but I'm gonna say 30-28 Niners,
every day.
and I'm gonna also say the Niners get a defensive touchdown this game.
I mean, that's possible.
I mean, that's always possible.
I like
Take
it.
that.
With the rain, little fumble.
Always possible.
We have to control the clock. We have
Right.
to
Yes.
The
control the
run
clock.
game's going to be the key. That's what I mean. That's what I was trying to say
Bro,
before.
yeah.
We stopped the
Jordan.
Ram
run.
it
That's what
down
makes
there
it big in the
and
I'm
team.
about to
throw.
say,
Mason.
okay. I can't
I
wait
wanna-
till Monday's show, Gina.
Let's go. I want to
can't
thank you
wait
all
till
for being
Monday's show.
here. And
No doubt.
for all those still watching, we're having an overreaction show on Monday. It's going to be at 6 at 9 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to have
Okay.
Ali, a.k.a. Dolph Freaky. And thank you for Commish Coop for introducing me to her. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's cool
And
as hell.
you guys, and Treese, Saints fan, is joining us as well. And also Ted, 49er fan, is going to jump in too. So we're going to have a crowd of people. We're just overreacting. Win or lose, bring your A game. Thanks everyone for joining me, and go Niners.
We'll see how many Niners fans show up.
I love it.
Right.
Yeah, Gina, thanks for having me, girl. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
appreciate
it.
it.
Nice
Nice
to
meeting
meet
y'all.
you
Appreciate
guys.
that, man.
Appreciate
Seriously.
it.
Hey,
course.
I'm about to follow everybody on Twitter, man, for real.
Yeah,
Salute
please.
everybody,
This
man.
was a
Salute
good time,
everybody.
man. We
Appreciate
gotta
everybody
do this
that's in
again.
the chat tonight, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, it was nice
Hell
seeing
yeah.
y'all for sure.
Yeah, nice
And
meeting
thank
you,
you,
Coop.
everyone, for
Appreciate you.
coming into the chat, and make sure you like the video. All you
Yeah.
people viewing, please make sure. And thank you, Debbie, and everyone, and even Dan, the Rams fan.
Yes.
Oh, whoa,
Even
whoa,
the
whoa!
Dolphins
One more
fan.
thing. One more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing, Gina. One more thing. Because like we
Yeah.
always do, but now because everybody, we got to do it the right way. Everybody got to shout out their pages so everybody can give them a follow too.
Oh,
So,
you're right. Let's go.
All right. Well, you
All
can
right,
follow me
Dolphins
on Twitter at the
fan.
Yankee
Go ahead,
at
Johnny.
the Yankee Fin. I'm all over Let's Talk Sports. Shout out to Dan Harris. He's got the YouTube network. Let's Talk Sports. Like I said, I'm on there 4, 5, 6 times a week. And look out for the Yankee Fins. I'm putting that channel out as soon as I can. It's gonna be Yankee and Dolphin based, but I'm talking all sports, all teams. I'm gonna have music, movies. Like I got some boys that do some music, so it's gonna be all kinds of entertainment on there. So anybody's invited. So look out for the Yankee Finish coming, man.
I dig.
Hey, I'm a DJ, so I know what you're talking about.
Bro, like I said, I'm gonna follow all of y'all, man. I'm gonna hit all of y'all for real.
No,
Look at him.
Oh yeah, dude. Bro, I got a boy that's a Kansas City fan, bro. Yeah, he can spit some bars. Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff, Rod. Definitely,
Cool.
man. Like I said, everybody invited for real. Like I said, it's gonna be all kinds of stuff.
Respect, man.
Yep.
Next.
Go ahead, Kamish.
I'm up. All right, cool. Well, don't follow me because I don't really care how many followers I have, but go to my show, TSSFantasy.com. You can't forget it. Stands for the shit show. I don't know how you can forget that. TSSFantasy.com. Go check it out. We go 5 shows a week. Got lots of great stuff. We put the fun back in fantasy. I don't sit here and just jaw and tell you what I think. It's really just to kind of laugh and have a good time because really all these fantasy experts, they're just guessing just like we all are. So why not have some fun while we do it? We have lots of fun games. We do Fantasy Feud. I do Fantasy Jeopardy. Lots of fun stuff. So make sure you go follow us. And right now we're giving away for all of us who subscribe on YouTube. We got 4 signed jerseys and a signed Jerry Jeudy helmet, all for you. Just hit the subscribe button. We're giving it away on Christmas Day. So go check it out.
That's nice. That's
That's dope. Man. That's dope.
Oh, for sure. Hey, the Wise Soul, you can follow me YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, the Wise Soul, your home for sneakers and sports.
Heard that.
Nice.
You can follow me on Buke Mania on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. I'm gonna holler at you. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some fun, yo. For real.
Sure.
Rod, any last words?
I'm Rod Cali on IG. I'm a photographer and a DJ. I'm around. Then on Twitter, Rod Cali 24/7. That's it.
Nice.
All right, guys. So big game, Super Bowl preview possibly. It's a statement game, no doubt, for both teams. So let's go Niners.
Shout out to Dan. Shout out to Dan, man.
Shout out to Dan. Love you, Dan.
Absolutely.
Thank you all for joining me.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Right on.
See ya.